I'd like to call upon Lynette's higher self and subconscious, please.
We are here.
Thank you so much. Are we able to do a body scan for the body and let us know what is happening?
The body is very relaxed. It's very comfortable.
Beautiful. Are you able to balance and harmonize that body throughout this session?
Yes, we will do that.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you. We have some questions. We would like to know about her crystalline body. Where is that located?
It's gone. It's not in her physical carbon body anymore.
Tell me what happened.
It went to a ship. It moved away. She knew when it was going. She felt she was tripping over her feet. And that's when it left.
What's the significance of losing her balance?
Just that there was an internal change and she felt a little disoriented.
I see. And so she is curious about her physical body. When the shift happens, what's going to happen to her physical body?
She will leave it behind. We're not sure where she'll be when this happens, but the body will stay behind. Someone will find it. They'll know she's gone. They won't know where, but they'll know she's gone.
She was concerned or questioning, shall I say, if her body will be left behind for her siblings to see it.
Yes, some of them may see it. They may think she died from not getting a shot.
I see. Okay. She has heard some people saying that if you did get the shot, you would not shift. What do you have to tell us about that?
That's not true. That has nothing to do with whether you should. First of all, the shot is in your carbon-based body. It's not going anywhere. It's not going to the new earth. So it won't matter what kind of things are in it. You won't take that kind of stuff with you to the new earth.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
If any of it goes at all, it will be cleared up in the med beds on the ships.
I see. Okay. And so what do you want us to know about those influencers who are saying if you did get the shots, you wouldn't be able to go and ascend or go to the new earth or some other place?
That's just fear. People, they're afraid to get the shot, and they're afraid of other people that have gotten the shot. It's just another kind of fear. A lot of people who are enlightened, awake in a lot of ways, are still carrying, they're still afraid of some things. They're still afraid of some things. And yeah, they're mistaken. There's even some people who have done Reiki on people who got a shot, and they feel like they can tell something's wrong, but that's their own fear sneaking in. They're projecting it onto their clients. It's just fear.
It seems that a lot of people are misdiagnosing the ascension symptoms. And they label themselves with pride about being spiritual and healers. What would you like us to understand about those people that are still endorsing fear?
They still have work to do. You can't have fear and be completely enlightened. Yeah, there's so much fear on the planet, and it's really sad. It's really sad that people who are enlightened in a lot of ways still carry fear and still project it onto other people. That's the saddest part. They want to keep their fear, but they shouldn't be spreading around and giving it to others.
Yes, absolutely. Many still don't know about the shift, the real shift versus still staying at the state of mind. Um, what would you like us to know about those people who are endorsing the shift being a conscious state?
It's like so many people, I mean, the majority of people on the planet know that something's going to happen. For some of them, they think it's going to be a political shift. Some of them think it's going to be a financial shift. Some of them think it's just going to be a consciousness shift on the planet, right here on this earth. It doesn't really matter. The important part is that so many people are looking forward with anticipation. And that's a really good energy. That's a really good energy for people to be excited about the future. A lot of people are going to be surprised, but that's okay. The important part is people are focusing on a better world, whether it's this world or another world. Some of the people who are talking about this shift don't understand that we're going to another planet. And some who don't dare say it out loud because they're afraid of looking silly. They're afraid they'll lose followers. They don't want to say that. That's really sticking their neck out because they're afraid. What if they're wrong? Even though they know, but again, there's that fear. There's a little bit of fear. So as long as people are looking forward to things, as long as people are feeling excited about the future, that is very good. That's very good for all of us. It's good to have, it raises the vibration of the whole planet and makes it easier. It makes it easier, we think, for Gaia. Makes it easier for her to shift.
Is there anything else we can do to help it easier for Gaia to shift?
Do our own work. It always boils down to doing our own work, and yeah, keeping a positive attitude is very, very important. Being grateful for what we have. Even it's great to be excited about tomorrow, with that day that never comes. Tomorrow, it's always a day away, but also being grateful for today, living as if this is the only day. And then, instead of just living going, impatiently, living with gratitude and enjoying each day and enjoying everything on Gaia, because there will be things we miss. We'll be missing some of the things, some of the plants, some of the animals, some of the smells, some of the tastes. There will be things we miss. So enjoy them while we're here. It's in that feeling of joy that we help the shift.
I see. Okay. That is very helpful for us to focus on knowing that it is important in more ways than we can even perceive. Releasing our density and being grateful and keeping our vibrations high. So thank you. Thank you so much. I'm curious about group meditations. It seems to be quite trendy right now for people to go into group meditation. Um, could you say that all of them have the best agenda for humanity? I mean, I know it's a very broad statement, but do you see benefit and great purpose of having group meditations?
It really depends on the focus of the meditation. Um, People are that are meditating, trying to heal this old earth. Um, it's not. It's holding things back. Actually, it's not helping. It's not helping because it's like someone who's ready to die, which really Gaia is, and you just keep giving them medication to keep them alive a little bit longer, or keep giving them oxygen. So meditations that are focused on healing this planet are slowing things down. Meditations that are just focused on raising the vibration of the planet, that are focused on oneness. When people are meditating in big groups and are keeping their focus on other groups all around the planet, because there's been several of those where people are meditating everywhere. Those where people are connecting and feeling the oneness, those will raise the vibration of the people, and raise the vibration of the potential of the shift. I'm not sure what the right word is for that, but yeah.
I
So
see.
it really depends. It depends on the group, and people. Most people are safe when they meditate, but some people are just, they're not protected. They don't protect themselves, and they can open themselves up to, weird influences. I think those negative energies can be attracted sometimes to a group of people that are all in sort of a semi-conscious state. So it's important to keep the focus.
Would it be more beneficial for people to have a routine of meditation and sending out love and healing, or how would you like people to approach it instead of a group meditation?
Well, a group could work, but yeah, I mean, we don't see that it's necessary to always be in a group. If we meditate, because there's no time, if I meditate today and send out love and healing, and you meditate tomorrow and send out love and healing, those are combining. They're joining the love and healing, they're joining together. So it's not always required that we all meditate at the same time in a big group. Yeah, mostly sending love and healing to each other, and anything like that raises the vibration.
That's such a good point. Thank you. And so when we're consciously aware of our daily responsibilities of keeping our vibrations high and having the biggest perspective as we understand and accept our life experiences, we should have trust and faith that many of us are doing the same thing simultaneously throughout our days.
Yes, yes. And the more we focus on raising our vibration, because if one person raises their vibration, all the people they encounter their vibrations will also, they'll be affected. We can spread our high vibrations just by being, I mean, it's pretty apparent. If you're happy and smiling, people around you are going to smile back, even though they're not making a conscious effort to raise their vibration. It's gonna raise just from being around you.
So true. Thank you so much. We always appreciate the bigger perspectives and confirmations, so we do appreciate that. Annette does follow a group. They refer to themselves as the cats. They do mention the shift, and she is wanting for you to give her clarification on their information and their agenda.
Some of their information is very good. There's some egos that kind of get in the way of some of their information. Sometimes there are egos, but generally, and also they're aware of the shift to the new earth, but they sometimes get a little negative in their waiting, in their impatience. So it's kind of a mixed bag with them.
Sounds like they might need to be doing some more inner work.
Yeah, they feel like they're doing that. They believe they're doing a lot of work, but they are somewhat caught up in fear still.
I see. I don't know anything about them, and these are Annette's questions. But she mentioned that one of them is married to an archangel. Can you explain that to me?
This is one of those things where we think there's some ego taking place, that one of them, they're humans, and it's kind of weird to think of a human being married to an archangel. It's maybe the imagination getting a little carried away.
I see. Out of curiosity, do archangels marry?
Why would they? That's a human thing. That's a human thing. There's many other beings around the universe, around all the universes, that don't even have that concept. That's very much a human concept, the idea of marriage. Probably won't happen on the new earth. People will form relationships, but no, that's a legal human concept.
I see. Okay, so then out of curiosity, which archangel did they say they were married to?
We're not getting that information.
So the archangel doesn't want to deny the the marriage to a human.
Just the information's not coming.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Out of curiosity, we've asked this many times in different sessions about archangels and having soul fragments here on Earth. Is there any new information you want us to know about that?
About angels having fragments?
Archangels, the Arcturians that have been assisting humanity throughout its age.
We're not seeing that they have any fragments. We're seeing them as being whole and complete. They can be many places at once. but it's not a fragmentation. No, we're not seeing anything about fragments.
What about reincarnations?
Archangels?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. All of us are, how do we, I don't know how to describe this. All of us have a part of us that's in this human body and a part of us that's with source. We don't consider these fragments, so we are in different places consciously. In this human form, we're not aware necessarily of our other the other parts of us, but we're not really we're still whole, even though we're in multiple places. And so yeah, we're not getting this. We're not clear on this information.
Okay. Well, we have heard, and we and I do understand that we are multidimensional beings that have aspects of ourselves having parallel lives. So we have heard that Aquarians are having human lives as aspects of their smaller selves, shall we say, for this conversation. Is that what you understand also, subconscious?
Yes, they could have a part of them in this dimension, in a human form.
Does Annette have any parts of her that is connected to what we would call an archangel?
Well, she's got an archangel that's always standing behind her, and that's Archangel Michael. Michael's always there whenever she focuses on, I don't want to say it, but because there's no gender, I guess. Yeah, so Michael does feel like a male energy.
And so, thank you, subconscious. And so, subconscious, from my recollection, you are an Arcturian.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And would you have any roles that you have played for humanity that we would have given you a label?
We don't want a label. We do not want a label. You asked us this before.
Yes, I often ask questions. But thank you so much. Okay, well, we won't expose the labels. Thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to tell Annette about her connections to the Arcturians? When you know she's going to listen back to the session, she's going to be very curious and she will want you to explain more just out of her curiosity. So what do you have to say?
It's like a Christmas present. She gets to open the gift when she gets to the new earth. It's yeah, there's things that we will not share with her until the time is right.
Okay, thank you. And I will respect not spoiling the surprise for her from my own senses. So thank you so much. I know she's going to be very motivated to explore that once she arrives. So subconscious, for her to have left, for her to have now her crystalline body on the ship, does that mean that many others now are getting loaded on board? Or is it because she was then committed to the new earth, and so therefore it is essential for her to have the crystalline body on the ship?
We're laughing at you saying loaded. The crystalline bodies are so light. Loaded sounds like something heavy. They're just flying. Some of them are flying up to the ships to be ready. We feel like some may even be already headed to other planets. And some are still here in carbon-based bodies. They're not ready. So there's kind of a variety. Some are still here, some are gone. The carbon-based body can function just fine without it. But the spirit, the soul, will kind of it yearns for it. It yearns for the crystalline body because it misses it. And they will be reunited at some point.
Can you give me a sense of what the person would feel if their crystalline body was then gently, gracefully, super light, floated away to the next destination? How would that person feel with that absence of connection?
They might feel a yearning, but really we were all born yearning to return to source, yearning to be with our higher selves. So it may just be slightly intensified. Some people won't notice. Some people will just be going about their days, not really feeling anything different. But it's interesting how almost everyone on the planet feels, everybody wants to know their purpose because everyone feels there's something more. And so there's always that it's innate in our human bodies to be, kind of pulling towards that something more, even when we have no idea what it is. And that might be intensified a little bit when the crystalline body goes, but not necessarily.
Thank you so much. So just out of curiosity for Lynette, was she always planning to go to the New Earth?
No, not necessarily. She may not stay there long, but it's something that she wants to do now that she knows about it. She's been wanting to do it and to experience it for a while, just as she experienced living on the earth in this carbon body. She wants to go explore, live on the new earth, and she'll be doing work there too. But she may not be there that long. She may be moving on to other things.
Tell me about the work she'll be doing on the New Earth.
Spreading light like she's been doing on this earth. Mostly it will be passive. She won't have to, it won't be so much work, just by being. She will be light, and it will help. She will help other people to get accustomed. The people who know nothing about the new earth, many of them will be there in a state of shock, and she'll be helping some of them. A lot of it just by being very calm and accepting of what's happening will sort of allow other people to be like a big sigh of relief, like, oh, okay, this is all right then. It's weird, but it's okay. So they won't be afraid.
Thank you so much. For those people who have not heard about the New Earth, will they be able to make a decision during this shift? Was that already predetermined by life contracts?
That's mostly determined by life contracts. Some may change their minds. Um, yeah, some may be so scared that they stay with the old earth just because they're afraid of moving on, and then they'll they'll regret it. But most will end up, going either to the new earth or to a home planet or someplace. It's mostly in the contracts already. Contracts do get renegotiated, but that's not a conscious thing with the human.
Yes, it's above our pay grade.
Yes.
Thank you. We understand. Well, we do understand that the subconscious and the higher self and what we've already predetermined coming to this lifetime was already organized before. So consciously, we don't know.
Yes.
Fantastic. Fully get it. And so we would love to know more information about the smooth quartz crystal that needed to be on Annette's body for a few months. And then one night she heard two loud bangs and it's gone and she could never find that crystal again. We would love to know what is going on there.
It's waiting for her on the new earth. It went early. There was some reason why it came into her life for a while. We're not getting why, but they will be reunited. There's some connection, some strong connection with that crystal.
What was that crystal doing for her and why did it need to be on her body?
It was connecting, it was communicating with her crystalline body. Yeah, it was somehow helping to connect to her crystalline body, and they were exchanging energies. It was energizing. It was energizing her crystalline body. And when it was done, then it went on ahead.
Fantastic.
Yeah, this is part of the reason she's going to go to the new earth, because that crystal went ahead of her. And so they need to reconnect before she moves on to other things.
That's quite sweet. Okay, well, that's very exciting for her to reunite with that. Will she also reunite with other starseed or whole family members, or will she have a great reunion on New Earth?
Oh, yes. There will be a great reunion. Some of the other star seeds she has known in physical form on this planet, and others she's never met consciously on this planet. But yeah, there will be party time. There will be big celebrations and lots of love.
Can you give us an example of how we will be celebrating on the New Earth? What does that look like?
I just kind of see bouncing around and hugs, but not physical hugs because it'll be different. But lots of just energetic connecting and like telepathic hugs. Just feels like a lot of love and happiness. A big reunion type feeling.
Fantastic. Okay, well, thank you so much. She was very curious, please, subconscious about Nostradamus, and she wanted to know if he has reincarnated at this time.
we're not getting information about that. It's interesting.
Did he have other reincarnations after the life of Nostradamus that isn't in this current time?
We're getting a yes on that. We're kind of getting that he's hiding from us. Isn't this strange? Like he doesn't want us to know this information. He's somehow, there's something, he's blocking it somehow.
How interesting. So, well, okay, so then what is the purpose of him having a life now?
We're not getting that information.
What about, is it just an aspect of him that is experiencing the planet in a lifetime now? Say what we would call a walk-in experience?
That's a possibility. We're getting that that's a possibility. But we're being blocked.
Okay, well, we can just send love around that block and say that we appreciate you, Nostradamus. We do love you and we do respect your privacy, whomever you may be.
We're feeling happiness about that.
Okay, thank you. Well, that's great. We're pleased for that. And then privately, Annette had a dream about Cain. What would you like her to know about that?
Cain wants to come back. Cain wants to join the group and he's hesitating. It's like he's shy or something. He feels he might be judged.
Okay, well,
But he would like to come back. He would like to be on the telegraph groups.
I see. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. And so why does he have a connection with Annette?
She was open. He's been tapping on other people and somehow she was open. He doesn't know her, but he found an opening.
I see. Okay.
She felt safe.
Right. Okay. Well, it's very good. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Subconscious, is there any other information that you would like her to know at this time?
Just to keep trusting. She's got a beautiful future ahead of her. And let go of any concerns about the future.
What, if any, concerns does she have about the future?
There's always a little concern about the timelines flipping, about the new earth being years away instead of months, because of a different timeline. There's concerns, a little bit of concern about starting her new business. But there's more excitement about it than concern. And she knows we're always here. She's always protected. She's got Michael, the Archangel, behind her. She's safe.
Oh, that is nice and supportive. Thank you. So to confirm to her, is it possible that the timelines can keep flipping and that the extension of the shift could be years to come?
No, not at all. Not at all. It's very close. That's all we can say, is that it's very close.
Thank you. Okay. And then is there any other messages that we need to hear today?
Be ready. Be ready and stay positive and clean up whatever needs to be cleaned up. It's like company's coming, so you better sweep behind the couch. That's something Annette used to always do whenever she was having a party. Move the furniture and sweep. So, but it's kind of like that. We need to clean up our inner selves to be ready. It'll make it all a lot smoother when we transition.
Well, thank you. I don't know when Annette listens back to this that she'll appreciate the housework tour of sweeping, but we understand it's an analogy and we do get giggles from that. So thank you very much.